What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be giving you at least 30 action steps that we can be taking to improve our health. Improving our health can quite literally affect every single area in our life. The healthier that we are physically, the healthier we will be mentally. And the stronger we are mentally, the healthier we will be physically. So my main intention with this video is to give you guys some simple, free action steps that we can all be using to improve our health, our happiness, and our strength to overcome any sort of stress or any sort of sickness, disease, and even viruses that may be going around. One of the first things that we must understand is 99% of all sicknesses and all illnesses and all diseases actually stem from stress and inflammation. Inflammation is literally just our reaction towards stress. So the better that we can handle and manage and deal with stress, the healthier we will be as a whole. The next thing that we must understand is that our whole health pretty much relies on the community or ecosystem of our microbiome, or our tiny microorganisms that are not only within our gut but within our whole entire body. And these are all the different bacteria, fungi, parasites, and all these different just tiny little microorganisms that literally all work together. And the more that we can improve and support these tiny little microorganisms that live inside of our body, the healthier and happier and stronger we will be. These tiny little microorganisms that literally make up more than 90% of us are what are working constantly for the functions and the overall health of our whole entire body. So we want to really support these little tiny microorganisms and support this ecosystem by improving the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, the soil that we touch, and even the connections and the emotions that we have with each other. One of the first things that we want to be doing to improve our health is find ways to lower our stress. Like I said, stress is the cause of pretty much all of our diseases. So to take ourselves from a stressful state to a non-stressful, relaxed and calm and present state is one of the easiest, quickest, and simplest ways to instantly start improving our health day by day and moment by moment. One of the best things that we and I've used to help manage my stress is breathing exercises. I like to do breathing exercises every single morning, sometimes in the middle of the day, at nighttime, and especially when I'm feeling stressed or overwhelmed. That's a good time just to stop and connect with your breath. I do anything from Wim Hof breathing to reverse nostril breathing to just letting my mind follow my breath and using those nice long exhales to relax my body back into a parasympathetic system where it can turn on that immune system and it could start repairing and rebuilding and restoring all of its processes. And another awesome, great exercise to learn how to manage and deal with stress is meditation. Meditation is the literal act of being present and learning how to manage our stress. So the more you meditate, the better you will be able to manage stress, and the less stress you will be, and the stronger your immune system will be as well. So pick up a daily practice of meditation, even if it's just 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, is one of the most beneficial things that we can do to lower our stress, lower our inflammation, and improve our health. A few of the next things that we can do to really strengthen our gut microbiome and those tiny little microorganisms that live inside our body is to get outside, get under the sun. You know, the sun not only is loaded with all of these different vitamins and minerals like vitamin D that so many of us tend to be actually low on, but just getting outside and breathing the different air, breathing under trees, just breathing air literally feeds that microbiome. So that's why we want to be outside under the trees and connecting with our environment. One of the best things that I've found is just simply going for a 30-minute walk every single day. This is not only a form of meditation that helps our mind relax, but it literally connects our mind and body with our environment. It connects our microbiology because we're breathing in different airs from different trees, and we're seeing different things that just make all of these awesome different connections inside our brain, inside our body. So going out and walking outside, just getting outside and breathing in that fresh air, getting that movement is the probably easiest, simplest way that we can improve our health. And we're gonna get extra bonus if we can do it barefoot. Getting outside and being barefoot not only has that calming, grounding effect that we've read about for thousands of years, but that actual touching the soil and touching the earth is one of the best ways to feed and to strengthen and to build our gut microbiome and those organisms that live within our body that literally determine our health and our happiness. So get outside, go for a walk, breathe fresh air, and touch soil. And that's why one of the best things that we can also do is gardening. Getting outside and planting a garden will not only feed our gut microbiome by touching that soil, but it will also grow the absolute best foods that we can get. That's the biggest issue, is at the grocery store, most of our foods are actually just sprayed with all of these different chemicals like glyphosate, Roundup, pesticides, herbicides. The whole point of those are antibiotic, to actually kill the tiny microorganisms within the soil and the microbiome that's within the plants, which is supposed to feed us and feed our microbiome that help us fight off disease. But unfortunately, since most of our food is sprayed with these chemicals, and we're just consuming those food that literally kill the microbiome within our own body. So to start growing your own food for you, your friends, and your family is one of the best things that you can do, not only for your health, but for the microorganisms within your body's health, and it actually improves the earth's health as well. We become our environment. Literally 99% of us are based on the air that we breathe and the water that we drink and the food that we eat. So the more that we can improve the health of the earth, that will just improve the health of us. And if you notice in the things that are going on in the world today, all the things that tend to be harming the earth and challenging the earth's health is what is harming our own health. So the more that we can improve the soil of our environment, improve the soil in our own backyards, the more that we can improve the health and the microbiome within our own bodies. And of course, movement. Get outside and move and use your body as much as you can. The more you move, the more that you can get blood flow going and flowing throughout your whole body. And that blood flow is what transfers those nutrients, drains the inflammation, and does so many of the awesome health functions within our body. So get outside and move. So go into different environments, go check out different lakes, different mountains, different hikes, different trails, and just enjoy the beauty of nature and breathe in that fresh air, get that body moving and going. And you notice that the people who are getting outside, hiking, getting out into nature, they tend to be the happiest and they tend to be the healthiest, because it's not only so good for the mind just to relax and to be in that present moment and to connect us back to nature, but it's feeding those microorganisms within our body, and it's aligning us back to nature and our natural processes of being human. So more of the best things that we can do to improve our health is just by consuming less. Consuming less TV, less news, and less sugar, less meat. But actually, the less we eat and the less often we eat, the healthier and longer we're going to live. Digestion takes up a lot of our resources, and our body gets most of its work done on an empty stomach. So it's truly amazing what our body can accomplish when it's not always working on digesting food. When it's not always working on digesting food, that's when it uses our body's resources to start cleaning house and repairing cells and restoring our energy and restoring all of our systems. So by simply fasting, I believe that we should go at least 12 hours every single day if possible, which is not very difficult. If you have dinner at 8 p.m., that's just having your first meal past 8 a.m. And the more that we can push that fast past 12 hours to 15 hours to 16 hours to even sometimes one meal a day, the healthier we're going to be. And this will actually train our body to use fat as energy instead of the constant glucose and sugars that we're giving it. So this can be extremely beneficial to not only help lose weight, which makes us healthier, but it will start repairing our cells and restoring and cleaning house of the many different toxins that we take in. If you're really feeling up for it, there's amazing health benefits for 1 day fast, 2 day fast, 3 day fast. I've actually fasted up to 8 days and is one of the most life-changing experiences I've ever experienced in my life. They say that about a 1 day, 24-hour fast can clean up to a whole year's worth of toxins, which is extremely beneficial. And a 3-day fast is said to actually rebuild our whole entire immune system. So it's extremely beneficial just to go without. That's when we're not only build our mental strength to where we can handle more stress and handle more in our lives, but we will actually be repairing and detoxifying our body as well. And we want to be eating more whole foods. The fruits, the vegetables, the different diverse of plants and nuts and seeds. And this is what's gonna not only feed our gut microbiome, of course, but all these different vegetables and fruits actually serve and help support a different function inside our body. So we want to be making sure that we're having a nice diverse difference of fruits and vegetables to help the diverse functions inside our body. And like I mentioned, the more organic and sustainably grown that this food is, the better it's going to be for us. We want to really search out the foods that are not sprayed with the chemicals, not sprayed with the glyphosate and all the different herbicides and pesticides that literally kill the microbiome in the soil, in the plant, and that in turn kills the microbiome inside our own body. So we want to be focusing on nice, whole, organic foods, and like I said, growing our food is always going to be the best option. This will also have us cooking more at home. Cooking more at home is one of the greatest things that we can do for our health because we know what's in our food. We know the quality that is put into our food, and we actually tend to just get so much more joy out of it to be home, cooking with our families, and just enjoying those different connections and those different emotions that literally improve our health. The more grateful we can be and the happier and more lifted emotions that we can have, the more that our genes will express healthy genes instead of sick genes. So a simple act or practice of gratefulness, being grateful and thankful for all the many different people in our lives and all the different things that we have, and the roof over our head and the food in our belly, being grateful for these things literally breed health. They upregulate our healthy gene expressions, which is something that we want to be always connecting back to, are these positive emotions like gratefulness and love and joy. And that's why helping others sounds kind of weird, but is one of the simplest and easiest ways that we can improve our health. Because to help out the people around us is just going to help out us as well, because we become an average of these top 5 people that we surround ourselves with. So by making the people around us have better days, improving their energy, improving their awareness, improving their health, will in turn improve our health as well. Because energy is energy. It's hard to be miserable with happy and healthy people around you. Another one of the best ways to improve our health is by learning something new. Every time we learn something new, if it's a new idea, a new concept, or even a new movement, that we actually build these different neural connections inside our brain that literally breed health. And the more that we can learn and find progression within our lives, the more that our genes will be expressing the healthy genes. So we want to be constantly learning, constantly reading, constantly learning even new movements as well. And that's what's going to keep us able to move and to use our brain later into our years as well. Yoga is also a great way to improve your health. This kind of brings it all together as one. It connects the movement with the breath, with the body and the mind, and it's really good just to put your body through all these different ranges of motions, because that's going to give that extra blood flow throughout your body, get that oxygen, and it is extremely relaxing for the mind, and it helps you take control of your mind as you're taking control of your body. My favorite is Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. I will leave a link in the description below. She has every different yoga that you could possibly imagine. Yoga for stress, yoga for health, yoga for sickness, yoga for back pain, yoga for runners, yoga for literally in the morning, at night, anything that you can possibly think of. Yoga with Adriene has it, and she's absolutely amazing, so definitely check her out. I like to do yoga anywhere from 2 to 5 times a week. I have a morning routine and evening routine that is some sort of type of yoga where I'm connecting my breath and my body, moving through different movements throughout the session to just open up those tight hips and get into that squat sit and do these different things that improve our health by movement and breath. Another awesome way to improve your health is by creating something new, or doing some sort of art, if that's coloring, painting, drawing, even creating a garden has been kind of my sort of art. Creating videos, creating content, anything where you're creating literally breeds life. So find your art, find your creative aspect, because the thought before where some people are creative and some people are not is a complete myth. We are all creative and we are all here to create. So find your specific art, your special creative, and enjoy that process of just getting better at it. Another awesome movement that we should be doing every single day as much as we possibly can to improve our health is spinal twist. Being able to move and use our spine, turning back, doing the cat-cow, that is going to breed life and vitality through our vagus nerve and through pretty much our whole electrical system and our whole nervous system as well. Just to be able to turn our spine is going to wring out all of those internal organs that are in our stomach as well. That's going to get out all that stagnant blood and inflammation that's been sitting there and replace it with the good stuff. So the more that you can move and use your spine, the more energy you're going to have, and the better that creative juices and that energy flow is going to be flowing throughout your whole body. Another extremely important tip that is super simple but can be extremely difficult for most is making sure throughout the day we're only breathing through our nose. The only time that our mouth should ever be open is if we're eating, if we're talking, or if we're at 100% maximum effort, like we're fighting for our lives or some intense sport or intense exercise. Throughout the day, every other time, we want to make sure that our mouth is closed and we're having nice, calm, controlled, relaxed breathing through our nose. This is actually going to upregulate our immune system, our parasympathetic system, and deregulate our fight or flight. When we're breathing through our mouth, it's pretty much telling every cell in our body to fight for its life and that there's a big problem or a lion or something that we have to run from. And that is what turns off our immune system and turns off our body's ability to start repairing and restoring things. So one of the best ways is to make sure that we're calm and present throughout the day and breathing through our nose, and that's going to keep us nice in the moment, relaxed, the stress low. Resistance training is also a great way to improve your health, to improve your joints, to improve your ligaments as well. And this can be in a gym or not in the gym, just push-ups, squats, pull-ups, deadlifts. Another really awesome and interesting way to improve our health is cold and heat exposure. The more broad our range of temperatures are that we expose ourselves, the healthier that we're going to be. So by getting into hot temperatures outside when it's super hot during the summertime, or going into a sauna, that's what opens up all of our pores and just get our whole system up, alive, and going and activating, as well as cold water as well. Cold therapy has been one of the best ways to not only improve our mental health and our mental strength, but actually improves our whole entire vascular system as well. When we jump into that cold water, all of our different veins, which we have more veins and miles of veins in our body than we do have roads on this earth. So by jumping into that cold water, it takes those millions or billions of miles of veins throughout our whole body and wrings them out and gets that stagnant blood out, replaces it with the good stuff, and it just improves our whole entire health as a whole. So don't be afraid of the cold, don't be afraid of the heat, expose yourself to a broad range of temperatures. Try not to use the air conditioning as much. So when it's warm, try to turn it up a few notches, and when it's cold, try to keep it down a few notches. And this is just going to improve your health, because the more that we stick into the same temperature of that 72 to 75 degrees, staying inside all day, it makes our body, our immune system, and our health extremely fragile, because it can't really handle the stress of higher temperatures or lower temperatures. So it's something that you want to start working into your routine of getting outside when it's warm, taking in those cold showers, and the more you do this, the healthier you will be. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly hope that you guys got some awesome insights, some things that we can all be doing to improve our health. Give this video a share. Share this video with anyone who you know may benefit or may enjoy this video, because the stronger we can be as individuals, the stronger and healthier we can be as a species and as a planet. We are all connected and in this together. So it is our job and our duty to help out the ones around us. And one of the easiest, best ways is just to give this video a share, because that's the intention of this video, is to share things that can bring us up, to help us grow, to help us evolve as a species, as a planet. Let's do this thing. If you're really wanting to improve your happiness, your health, and your strength, but you feel like you need a routine or a program to follow, Go over to my website at thewillgrant.com and we created a Happy, Healthy, Strong in 6-week program with all of my best habits, routines, workouts, all into one 6-week progressional course. So go check that out and I will see you guys on my next video. Later.